It all happened so fast. On my way back home, after coming from the hospital to visit my grandma, all alone, not far from home, I heard voices of strange people talking to each other behind my back. I turned back and looked at them. Two men who did not look that bad and dressed decently. But I had a strange feeling. I did not know why. As I started to walk forward, I saw a gate man. The old man is from my neighborhood. When I stopped to greet him, was the moment I saw something was weird about the two men that were walking behind me. The moment I stopped, they also stopped on the corner of the street and they started looking at me with strange eyes, whispering to each other. Very young I was. I couldn't understand anything. The old gate man asked me if everything was okay, and I assured him that I was doing very well. Without knowing, the two men were after me. Arriving at my gatehouse, I saw my stepmom, who quietly opened for me the door with a serious attitude. She handed me money and asked me to go back at the shop to get baking powder, not knowing that was one of a game plan to get me killed. She said she needed baking powder urgently for breakfast. I couldn't refuse her demand. My stepmom looks very scary to me. I don't understand what my dad saw in her. I took the money and went back to the same way I was coming from. On the same way, without hesitation. I knew something was wrong and needed to be very careful. Started to walk. The closest the two strange men got to me. The road was dark. It was on public holiday. Most people were indoor. Few shops were open and few people walking far away from me. My heart started to beat faster. My legs were shaking. I started telling myself to be strong. After I crossed the main road, a car passed by after me. Then the two men couldn't come closer. They waited for the car to pass first. It's the moment I started to run faster than I could and pushing myself. I ran and ran until I couldn't make it anymore. I stopped in the middle of the road. One of the men stood behind me. He grabbed me on my hair. He gave me a strong slap, the kind of slap that I never received before from anyone, not even from my dad. I fell on the floor. They grabbed me near to a tree that was around. I couldn't scream or make a move at all. They strongly grabbed me on my neck. I started to lose my voice. My eyes rolled up and I felt as if my eyes were about to pop out. Suddenly, I heard a voice speaking inside. It's not time to give up. But I was very weak at this point. When I heard the voice inside, my strength was gone and was giving up to the fight slowly and no energy to fight back. I felt very weak. The moment I gave up, I felt them moving me around. One of them carried me. The other one was just giving instruction. I kept quiet, asking myself inside, who are these men? Where are they taking me to? Why are they doing this to me? Sadly, I was unable to ask all these questions. They then threw me in an isolated place, a place that I'd never been before. They threw my body as if I was a bag of garbage. I was left there all alone in the dark, seeing my body being eaten by ants.